Good morning, live from the Bau Munich, Monday morning. I welcome you all to the beautiful booth of Keller Minimal Windows, company based in Luxembourg, where we have been developing from the past until present minimal windows. Please come inside through our beautifully designed pivot entry door based on minimal window 4 profiles. We have here the existing range of minimalistic windows based on minimal window 4 plus profiles destined for triple glazing. In this case, a three-way profile where we have incorporated LED lighting in the bottom, the top, and a guard line to prevent people from falling out. In the event that these would have been built in on a first or second floor in an apartment building. We can continue and have here our pivot as a glass door, which provides you access to your maximum views. One of the things at Keller we're very proud of is the craftsmanship and engineering we've been doing all these years. And one of the details is these double magnetic strips in the bottom and at the top that provide 100% sealant, meaning air tightness and driving range tightness are guaranteed. With our standard lever to close. Speaking of that craftsmanship, these are all parts of the pivot door made out of solid material, and just look at the details and the fine design, immaculate for long lasting and durability. The same would go for our standard locking mechanism, which is actually a rod that closes in the top and in the bottom, and as you can see, it almost looks like Swiss watchmaking, the mechanism inside. Something we're now very proud of is that we've been able to put on our profiles real wood veneer, in this case oak, that will be available on the existing series minimal windows 4 plus, as well as in the next generation sliders, which I will be happy to show you as of here. The past couple of years, we've been developing a complete new system that we used to have minimal windows for double glazing, single roller, central on a single sliding rail, the 4 plus system for the triple glazing based on a double roller on a double sliding rail, and now with NGS, we made a complete change. I'll show that later. In this case, the obvious is that everything can be into the wall, so there's hardly any profiles visible except for the 5mm bottom and top sealant, mullions, otherwise impeccable views. On this one we have what we call the soft open close. A touch on the button is sufficient. The sliding window pops out of the wall pocket, after which you can actually open manually. These can also be completely motorized. As mentioned before, a single sliding rail on a single roller. Closing is identical. We close by hand until we reach the closing point. The sound will be audible, and then push on the button and the system closes. Very sorry, this happens with live streams. And the entire profile gets into the wall. We can continue. We now have 26mm thick mullions going all the way up, and have developed over the past couple of years an integrated insect screen that actually goes up the full 4 meters. Just push the lever, screen comes out, magnetic sealer, and you protect from insects still while enjoying the beautiful outdoors. Closing just the same, goes back into the wall. We close the window, and again everything is nicely concealed both in the walls as in the floor. Another development we've been doing the past couple of years is working on our motorizations. These motorizations now allow to have a telescopic drive. We have two solutions, one being the smart slider the other one being top sliders. And in a telescopic drive, it means that when I push the button, in this case dead man operated, which means as long as I push there is motion. The second I stop pushing, motion stops as well, as shown. But both leaves start opening at the same time, which means that your full opening will be reached at the same time for both panels. Again, to demonstrate that we have a solution that now profiles are hardly visible once your windows have been opened. You actually only see one single sliding rail for the first sliding window. The second sliding rail starts where the second sliding window starts and continues. Closing, the same. As long as you push the button, motion continues, takes up speed, and in the end there's hardly any profiles visible. We'll leave this one running. My colleagues are waiting you to explain in further details. Here we get into what we call the golden cube, on invitation only, in which we will be showing all the different finishes that are possible for our hand levers, including brass, cotton, steel, as shown before, when you can see the complete mechanism and a more rectangular one. The same on the junction profiles, or mullions in different finishes. Anodized granodal, which is a very special anodization process and a very special color. Corten steel finish, and as mentioned before, 100% natural wood veneer on the mullion profiles. Another possibility is having integrated LEDs, as we had on the pivot entrance door, as well as on the bottom and top profiles. And last but not least, complete glass junction profile. What you have is what we call a glass sword that goes all the way up, which actually provides you with glass on glass. Some details on our sliding systems. The smart slider, as mentioned, and the top slider. Top slider, it's pretty much the same performance. One big difference: the drives are installed on top of the profile, which means that we need here 30 millimeters, only 30 millimeters on top of the profile. On the other case, we actually put the slider mechanism next to our profiles. That's in a nutshell what we will be demonstrating with a lot more details. Keep in mind that the new generation sliders comes in what we call S4, S5, S6, S7. S4 caters for glass thicknesses up to 43 millimeters. S5 goes up to 54, S6 64, and the S7 74 millimeters. Solutions: crystal line, where hardly profiles are visible. There's also profile line, and as in the past, the three-way system is still in to be supplied. This is it for the first live stream today. There will be more to come later this afternoon with our partner from Luxembourg, Brever, if I'm not mistaken, at 5 o'clock, and more live streams to follow. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you.